Have you ever felt like you skipped childhood and went straight into responsibility? You were busy making sure everything and everyone was okay? Because this story might have felt your whole life. Today, not because they wanted to. You might have been called mature. You didn't ask for much, or learned early that being easy was the safest option. And here's the thing. It follows you into adulthood. The person everyone calls during a crisis at work, at home, and while it feels good to be needed, you never learned how to stop carrying everything. When life gets quiet, your mind stays alert. Peace feels temporary. Silence feels suspicious. Here's a simple example. A parentified kid spills a drink and immediately says, "It's okay." The other expects consequences, and let's be honest, advice they never follow. You'll tell someone, somehow, rest feels like something you must earn. Another quiet struggle is emotions. But when someone asks how you feel, but because you learned early that your feelings came last, if you're not helping, fixing, you wonder where you belong. Because growing up, they can be tricky. You may attract people who need saving, healthy connections. Not because you like chaos. But here's the truth no one told you back then. The fact that you did show strength, like while other kids were busy playing games. If that sounds familiar, stay with me. Finally put words to something. We're talking about parentified souls, people who grew up too fast, but because they had to. As a child, strong or the responsible one, you didn't cause trouble. Maybe you looked after siblings, handled adult emotions. People praised you, but no one stopped to ask if it was fair. That role doesn't end when childhood ends. You become the fixer, the listener. With friends, and you're the dependable one. It also feels exhausting. Because deep down, ever notice how rest makes you uncomfortable, like something bad is about to happen? That's not overthinking, that's a nervous system trained by responsibility. A regular kid spills a drink and cries, "I'll clean it up. Please don't be mad." One expects comfort. Parentified souls are amazing at giving. You deserve rest, then feel guilty for sitting down yourself. Not something you're allowed to have. You're great at reading everyone else. Your mind goes blank. Not because you don't feel. You might even confuse love with usefulness, or holding things together. Being needed felt like being loved, and relationships, or feel uncomfortable and calm. But because your nervous system learned chaos before it learned safety, you were never meant to carry adult weight in a child's body. But healing means you don't have to keep doing it forever. Healing as a parentified soul is quiet. It looks like resting without explaining yourself, saying no without guilt, letting someone else take the lead, asking for help and not apologizing for it. Some days you'll still overdo it. Some days guilt will sneak back in. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're unlearning survival. So if you feel tired without a clear reason, emotionally older than your age, strong on the outside but soft on the inside, you're not broken. You're someone who learned responsibility before safety, and now step by step you get to learn something new. You don't have to be useful to be loved. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to carry everything alone. Because the child who carried too much deserves a life that feels lighter. And maybe now, it's finally your turn.